Any Napa guy knows, and science proves, the best minivan is the one you've already got. Part kid transporter, part drywall mover. Who cares if the faux wood grain is a little faded? That was a platinum package option in 1987. With over 400,000 parts and a little Napa know-how, you can keep anything on the road. Because it's not old, it's vintage. That's Napa know-how.
You're listening to the Morning Punchin' Show with RB and J, live and direct from more cities than an Instagram model's bio. Get ready for some boxing talk on the clock. Let's face it, you're not working and somebody's got to pay for the Wi-Fi.
Good morning, everyone. It is Saturday morning, big fight day. We had to remix the show a little bit. There was a little bit of conflict with yesterday's schedule, but we are back. We had such a good show lined up that there was no way that we were just going to cancel it, and we thought that today is such a awesome fight day in the boxing world with fights on HBO and Showtime and even on Be Espanol with Margarito's return that we wanted to chop up some boxing with you guys, maybe even take some predictions, give some honest and authentic take on things that are going on today. We've got some hot topics. We got Word on the Curb. I got my co-host, my partner, my ace, Jay with me from Cali. What's good out there, Jay? How you doing today?
I know when the hotline blinks, it can only mean one thing. I'm great. I'm excited for another show. We haven't done a Saturday show together in a long, long time, so this is pretty cool. Everybody can kick back with their coffee or their beer, depending on where you are in the world, and listen to some good boxing talk and rock with us this Saturday morning.
Yeah, you know what? Usually boxing fans are hyped the entire Saturday, especially with so many cards tonight. So hope you're out there listening. We will have Hotline Bling again today, and we actually have BOMAC McIntyre calling in for our Hotline Bling segment. So he's going to talk to us a little bit about the Terence Crawford fight with Lundy. What's next? He's going to address the Bob Arum comments today regarding future Timothy Bradley fight with Terence Crawford. And we all know that they're really close. They're really good friends. They call each other brothers. Bob Arum said, you know, what if I make them an offer that they can't refuse? So we're going to get it from the horse's mouth. We're going to ask BOMAC, you know, what if you were offered an astronomical amount of money? What are you going to do? So yeah, we're going to get all that good stuff from BOMAC this morning, and we're going to play Know It or Blow It, which is our boxing trivia game. So be sure to call in 718-508-9852. Press 1 to enter the game. You're going to get one shot, 10 seconds. Our questions today are really not that hard. Again, we've only had one winner in 4 weeks, so we're looking for winners. We want to give away free boxing merchandise from the Raisin Babe store. So just be sharp. Don't get too nervous. But, yes, you got to be quick. But we're not trying to knock anybody over the head with these questions. They're actually really, really simple. So hopefully we'll get some winners today, Jay.
I want to give something away. Come on, boxing fans. All that talking on Twitter, and we can't answer these simple questions. These are simple questions. I'm going to bring Chris Ariola back in here with us. The internet make people a little bit lazy. Maybe we need to take the internet away from boxing fans so they'll be more astute.
All right, well, look, let's dive right into hot topics because I'm sure Hotline Bling is going to be entertaining and we won't want to get off the phone with BOMAC. So let's jump right in there with what was happening this week in the boxing world and places that Jay went to in California. There were some press conferences and some other headlines that we want to dish with you guys this morning. So let's kick off with Jorge Arce. This isn't the best story to share, but he was arrested and accused of sexual assault this week. So everyone knows that Jorge Arce was a multi-division former world champion. He was arrested over the weekend. Allegedly, he forced a hotel employee in Orange County, California, to perform oral sex on him. He is obviously saying that this did not happen. The details are very scarce, but he was arrested, and he was held until he posted $25,000 in bail. Now, his brother yesterday said that he was almost suicidal. He tried to jump out of his car on the freeway. His brother begged him, don't do it. Think about your daughters. Think about me. Think about my daughters. And thankfully, he didn't jump out the car. He maintained his innocence. and he's been pretty much ordered just to keep silent about the case by his attorney. This is really a sad story.
That's awful. I mean, I don't even know what to say about that. That's just such a fall, and then you want to kill yourself. That's really tragic, and prayers up for that guy. I hope he snaps back or they get him some help that he clearly is asking for. So prayers up for him.
Yeah, as an athlete, you just always have to be so much more careful. And I'm not to say all women are like this, but, sometimes these athletes, they go out, they're traveling on the road, and, they want to have a little fun, and they pick up a chick, and then the chick figures out who they are, and maybe they got money, and the next thing you know, they're screaming assault, they're screaming rape, and, not to say that does not happen, but, athletes, you just got to get a little smarter, and if she says no, it's no.
That's right. Very simple.
Yeah, Chavez Sr. ethered his son, Chavez Jr., this week. Apparently, Chavez Jr. broke camp in Big Bear, and there's a couple different stories floating around that he broke camp because his foot was hurt. Others are saying, he's just still that lazy guy. His father went on, Golpes con Golpes on ESPN and pretty much said, look, boxing is not a sport that you play. This is not a game. I don't want to see my son get hurt. At this point, he's not training 100%. He's breaking camp, and I don't want to see him get hurt. So I'm always going to be supportive as a father, but I don't think he should fight. Now, Jay, we saw a picture a couple weeks ago where Chavez Jr., he had like the dream team up at Big Bear with him. Do you remember that photo?
I did. He got Ricky Funes up there. He got Robert Garcia up there. He probably has Jesus Christ up there, and nobody can keep him in camp.
I just don't know, when people are going to stop taking him seriously. And I say that because I was in Atlanta having dinner at, Budokan a month ago, and our cook was Mexican. And I'm like, oh, so you love Canelo? And he was like, no. And he got really offended that I said that. I'm like, oh, my bad. Who do you love? And he was like, Chavez Jr. Mexicans, they still love him. They still support him, whether he's smoking weed, popping dirty, not training, whether he's losing. They just love the kid.
I know. It's just kind of like a collateral damage. I mean, his father is just Mexican boxing, and they want the same thing for the son, and it's just not happening. It's really tragic, and you want to see the children keep on the family legacy, but in this case, it's just not going to happen. I'm sure my mom wanted me to be a nurse, but I probably wouldn't be a good one. I wouldn't get popped for smoking weed, but I wouldn't be as good a nurse as my mom was. A lot of pressure when you have to follow a legend.
It is, and I think that Junior's just always been a spoiled brat, and he makes a lot of money, and I'm sure that that's why he does it. But, okay, we gave Chavez Jr. enough airtime.
Yes,
Oscar De La Hoya this week. Oscar De La Hoya this week said that a potential Canelo versus GGG fight would be bigger than Mayweather Pacquiao.
Oscar's funny. He's funny.
Yeah,
Oscar. I can appreciate his enthusiasm, but he's funny for that one. Stop trolling us, Oscar.
A couple fights that were made this week, some exciting fights. Salido versus Francisco Vargas, June 4th from the StubHub in California. That one is going to be all action, lots of punches. If you like seeing war and blood, that's probably the fight that you want to tune in for on June 4th.
That's a great fight. I'll definitely be checking that one. A lot of guts, a lot of glory, so we'll definitely tune in for that one.
Not only will I be checking for that one, Jay, but I might have to come stay with you in Inglewood for a couple days because that is a fight that I want to drive out for. Hey, that's a fight that I want to drive out for, fly out for, whatever I got to do to get there. I want to be there because I know the atmosphere is going to be bananas. The fans are going to be off the chains. They're going to be tailgating out there. That's just going to be a really good fight in L.A. So not everybody's cup of tea, but, if you like a war and blood and guts all over the place and action and punches, and, I'm not saying this is going to be the most fundamental fight. This is not going to be the most technically sound fight, but that's not what this matchup is supposed to be about. So I like it. +1 for Golden Boy. They're on a roll this year with really shocking us and giving us some really good action fights. Another fight that was made this week, Jay, and I know you like this one a lot, was the Jesus Soto Karass versus Kamaji fight. You want to talk about that one? That one's for April 15th on Estrella TV.
I just love it. I love everything about it. It's just going to be bam, 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 bam. That's what that fight's going to look like. Kamagai got brick head. We saw him in the ring. Jesus Soto Karass, we'll just make sure we keep his shirt on and he's not turned up in the casino with his shirt off. That's going to be a great fight. Now, that is a war because neither of them have any sort of chill whatsoever. If I could buy, I'm going to buy tickets to that fight. I'm going to apply as media, but damn it, I'm going to buy some tickets to that fight. Maybe we'll give them away on the morning punch-in, but that is that good a fight to me that I'm perfectly okay with spending my money for it.
I know that's right, and that's another one where hopefully I can get out there for that one too. I know the week before that day we're going to be in LA covering Pacquiao Bradley 3, which we've got so much in store for you guys in Vegas. It's gonna. I'm just smiling thinking about it. Let's see. So that's April 15th. You know, a lot of people are kind of mad. Like, why wasn't Soto Karass Kamaji, on HBO Bad, Boxing After Dark, or why isn't it on HBO Latino? That's a good question. Why didn't they pick it up? And it ended up on Estrella TV, unless Estrella says, look, Oscar, we want a big fight this year.
I don't know. Maybe it was, just to pick it up a little bit. The LA Fight Club cards are great, but I guess maybe to kick it up a notch. I'm hoping that with this fight, it doesn't overshadow what LA Fight Club was intended for, was to kind of farm these young prospects. So while I can appreciate them wanting a boost in ratings, I hope it doesn't become a regular thing for them to put that type of fight on Estrella TV and the LA Fight Club, because LA Fight Club was meant to give these young prospects a home and to farm them up. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
All right. Let's see. Let's do one more. Oh, is that the hotline bling?
I think that's the hotline bling.
All right. Let's see who we got on.
Oh, they went away. We'll wait for them to come back. They hung up. So we'll wait for the hotline bling. Let's keep on with the hot topics. I don't know what happened. We'll see what happens.
Let me see. I'm going to see what happened there. Okay, let's talk a little bit about Adrian Broner. Let's throw a little buffoonery into our hot topic today. So he had his big press conference. He's fighting April 1st. And he got up to the mic, and he pretty much tore everybody to shreds that is affiliated or owns TMT and or Mayweather Promotions. And he went up there and he pretty much said, F Floyd, F TMT, F Nate Jones. He just went ape shit. And Floyd just sat there. He had a blank stare. He didn't smile. He didn't laugh. He didn't do nothing. And actually, he went to the mic and he responded and just said, it's going to be a great fight. He put his promoter hat on. He didn't shoot back at Broner. But afterwards, Broner stormed out the press conference and said, if y'all want to interview me, you can come to the gym. I'm going to go train. So Floyd said, well, I'm still here. I'll interview. I never did that, so y'all can talk to me, which the media loved that, because how often do they get to really, interview Floyd Mayweather? And Floyd just said, Broner wants to scream, fuck Floyd, FTMT, but he's still sporting the TMT gear. And he said that, he gave Broner a shoulder to cry on when he lost to Maidana. So, it's just a part of Broner's immaturity. It's part of his show. The one thing he did say is, and he is still insisting, Jay, that he is the future of boxing. Do we believe him?
I don't know what to think. Adrian Broner. I don't know. Maybe it's some Illuminati mind trick that he's trying to lure Floyd out of retirement. I don't know. Maybe he's playing the super bad guy to lure him into the ring. I don't know. We've seen everybody's got their tactics to try to get Floyd back in the ring, and maybe this is just Broner's ill-advised attempt at doing it. You know, he's talking about fuck Floyd, but then he was posting these videos. Floyd, you should have just called me. We ain't forgot about those videos, Adrian. Floyd, you should have just called me. We boys. It shouldn't have been this way.
I know. Well,
Broner, get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, he just still has a lot of growing up to do. The act is kind of getting old. And, you know, I said the other day, I kind of miss when the father used to brush his hair. You know, it was just silly, but he was still fun. You know, he was still, you know, just fun to watch. You know, it was just silly but fun. Anyway, let's see. If we don't have anybody on the hotline, Blaine, we can go into the Canelo.
Well, we don't believe you. You need more people.
That's how we feel about Broner. That's how we feel about that.
If we don't have anybody on the hotline, Blaine, we can roll right into the Canelo Con press tour recap if you'd like to do that, Jay.
Yes, absolutely. So as many of you know, Canelo Alvarez and Amir Khan just concluded a 3-city press tour, London, New York, and landed in Los Angeles at Universal City Walk. Pretty fun that they did it at Universal City Walk instead of doing it down at Staples Center like we've seen all the major press conferences take place, but I guess they wanted to stamp their own identity on this presser, and, you know, because we know PBC and the other platforms use that area a lot. Canelo was Canelo. He's still trolling us, acting like he doesn't speak English. You know, we ask him the questions in English, and before Eric can translate it, he's responded back in Spanish. We see you, Canelo. We hip now. He did let a little English slip out, but it wasn't enough to even try to catch the audio for you guys. He just said that is the plan. I said, look at that. He didn't even have any accent. But anyway, the highlight, Khan was Khan, but the highlight of this press conference, in my opinion, was Virgil Hunter. Virgil Hunter was all the way in his bag for this press conference. One of the initial conversations with him, with the media in our roundtable, we asked his thoughts on the fight when he heard about the fight, and this is what Virgil had to say.
I didn't like the fight before it was confirmed when it was being talked about. I didn't like it, but I hadn't seen Amir. He was still in the UK. So when he came to camp, I was quite surprised how he had grown. You know, he was filled out, and
Now, I like Virgil's word choice there. I was surprised at how much he had grown and how much he had filled out. Now, Virgil says that like he is a 18-year-old that he hasn't seen since he was 15. But soon after that, I think it was Boxing Scene posted a photo within the last couple days of Khan with his shirt off, and Khan looked like he has been eating pretty damn good, and it doesn't look like I grew. It looks like I grew out because I've been to the family reunion, but not the growth that you probably had in mind. RB, have you seen this photo of Khan floating around with the big chubby midsection?
I saw the photo. I was very shocked. I've never seen him that out of shape. So maybe they are bulking him up to shred him later. I don't know. I'm not a strength and conditioning coach, but I'm like, yo, is he fighting like Kovalev or Canelo?
Right.
He just looks so big. I mean, he would be better off coming in lower like he normally does. Like, let's say he came in at 147, 148, like he normally would. He would be just as fast. He wouldn't lose his power. He would still have his footwork. But all this bulking up and everything, you know, I think he's going to look like a bag of bricks.
Right. We don't want him to get into another fat camp situation. Virgil just has so many quotables. If you haven't seen the full Virgil interview, go to my Bad Culture YouTube channel where you can see the full Virgil Hunter conversation. I had to split it up in 2 parts because it's pretty long. Another thing that he said was interesting. He went back and he really examined the part about Khan's career prior to him arriving in Virgil's camp. He talked about him getting knocked out by Bradis Prescott, but the most fun thing he spoke on that I liked in terms of Khan's past fights was when he discussed the Danny Garcia fight and how he felt Khan lost that fight before he even started. And here's what Virgil had to say.
Garcia fight was lost in the first press conference.
Why do you say that, Virgil?
Because when Angel started insulting his race and things like that, he took it personal. you know. But he's from Manchester. He's not from the ghettos or the hood where he know what Angel's doing.
Yeah, Virgil.
Woo!
Yeah, Virgil. He called him. Are you calling him a pretty boy? You saying he a punk, Virgil? I don't know. That's the guy in your camp. Virgil was all the way in. I'm going to play one more clip from Virgil from that press conference where he goes into talking about not only Khan, but his past pupil, Alfredo Angulo. And the relevance of this clip is because he's examining Canelo's past opponents and what people are perceiving to be Canelo's punching power in the ring and how it will pertain against Khan. And so here is what Virgil had to say.
And now?
Oh, that's not what Virgil had to say. We don't want that part. But let me load up the clip. I don't know how the deep thoughts got on there, but I'll play that one in a second. Why don't we go ahead and move into some hotline bling, and then I'll bring Virgil back after we do the hotline bling.
Okay, sounds good.
I think we got our guy in the queue. Shall we pick him up?
Let's pick him up.
402-871, you are on with the Morning Punch-In Show. Who am I speaking to and where are you calling from?
My name is Lamont Gill. I'm calling from Omaha, Nebraska.
BOMAC.
Yeah, that's my cousin. I'm calling in for BOMAC, and he told me what to say.
Oh, now you have a ghostwriter. You real fancy now. You guys over there in Omaha are real celebrities, and now you're getting fancy on us.
Well, right now, you know I like messing with y'all. What's up, y'all?
That's why we love you, Bo. Oh, man. So thank you for joining us on Hotline Bling. This is a new segment of our radio show, and you're only our, I think, second guest to call in on Hotline Bling. But we want to get some juice from you. We're going to talk a little bit about the fight in New York last week. We're going to talk about what's next for Terrence, what's next for Team Crawford. I know you got some stuff going on in Omaha. And then we're going to talk about some things that Bob Arum said this week. So you ready for Hotline Bling?
Yes, indeed.
All right. So last week I was in New York for the Crawford-Lundy fight. And my goodness, so many people said, you know, nobody's going to go to that fight. It's not going to draw well. And I saw with my own eyes the support that you guys received from Omaha. You guys had people flying in, driving in. Up until the day of the fight, there was people flying in. It was an incredible amount of support. Did you expect that, or were you taken back by that as well?
No, I kind of expected because, you know, a lot of people hit you up on social media, ask for information as far as like where the fight going to be at, where hotel we staying at, where can I get shirts when I get out there. So, I mean, it was a lot of feedback all the way up until he stepped in the ring. So I knew it was going to be a good turnout, but it was a fabulous turnout. Our city turned up and turned out.
Yes, y'all did turn up. I got caught in the middle sometimes of the turn up in the lobby. So there was so much animosity leading up to this fight. You know, we could go back to like 240 days ago. Jeandra, do you have that tweet that BOMAC sent? If you don't have it, I have it, and I could probably read it to him. But 240 days ago, BOMAC, you said on our show that you wanted to fight Hank Lundy and that you wanted him to beat Herrera so that Crawford could tear his bitch ass up. You remember saying that 250 days ago?
I definitely remember that. I remember saying that. Because that was around the time Hank was he kept just popping off, just getting on Twitter, or getting on social media, or getting on YouTube, and just popping off, talking about, you know, he lost respect for Terrence, and, you know, he fought this little small guy. He did this, he did that. So at that point, you know, not only me but the whole team, we just got got tired of this dude. Got fed up with this cat, man. And it's like, we need to shut this dude up in a hurry.
Well, and I know I heard Crawford say it. I've heard you say it and some other people. It's not like you guys handpicked him. It's not like you guys said, we want to fight Hank Lundy next. It was almost like he was the only one that would sign on the dotted line and fight you. I mean, you guys have been turned down or passed over by Ruslan, Herrera, Benavidez, Manny Pacquiao. Did I get everybody right?
I'm sure you did.
Yeah, so, it's not like you guys cherry-picked him, so you got to give Hank a little credit, right, that he at least said, I'll fight him.
Yeah, in the press conference, the first press conference, I said, when they said that who was going to fight, we knew what Hank was going to bring to the table. He's going to bring that Philly attitude, that tough attitude, you know what I'm saying, that bully style. I knew he was going to try to bring it. And to be honest with y'all, and I never told nobody this, when they made that fight, I kind of got mad because I knew how it was going to go down. I knew what he was going to do. I knew what his team was going to do. I knew people that came from the city what he was going to do. But I never had the idea to think that we was going to pack it out like that. And they shut him down, man. The city and every cat that walked in there shut them down.
I love that Bud had so many different types of people from Omaha there. It was such a diverse crowd. And I tweeted about it on Twitter a little bit. And I wasn't just faking the funk. He had, the hood there. He had hillbillies there. He had students that went to Creighton there. He had lawyers, doctors. He had some Bloods, some Crips. I mean, when I say he had such a diverse group of people, I said, that's how you know that he is so real. Because everybody loves him in Omaha. He's not watching his back. He's not getting shot up. He's not getting his car broken into. They genuinely love him.
Right. Well, Bud he's down to earth. When he's at home, he's down to earth, man. He don't act like a celebrity or nothing like that. He appreciate what he got, appreciate where he been, and then definitely going to appreciate where he's about to go. So, and another thing, I always try to keep the team grounded. I always say, well, all this can change in one night or in one punch. So, don't get out there and act like shit don't stink when they really do. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like we ain't got skeletons in the closet when we really do. So,
you brought up,
as much as I can, I keep him grounded.
You brought up that he is grounded, he is humble. So at the weigh-in, what the heck happened where he came out of his character and he felt that he had to shove the shit out of Hank Lundy? I mean, we never seen Crawford act like that or react like that. What was going on there at the weigh-ins that happened?
He just started talking shit, man. He started to run off at the mouth how he's going to beat his ass and how fuck the ring, we could do it right here. You ain't shit, and shit. Crawford was like, fuck you, man. Shit, motherfucker, let's do it then. And so he didn't expect Crawford to push him. And thank God he did hit him. You know what I'm saying? Because it probably wouldn't have been no fight. But,
right. He would have messed up his check.
Yeah, why would you go and talk shit to a person that you say you don't like and you get in their face and you ain't going to do nothing? If you're going to do something, you do it, then talk. But with Hank, he talked and didn't do shit.
Yeah, so this week, Bob Arum said a few different things to the media. So two that really stood out to me, and I want to get your take on what he said. He would really love to make Bud versus Ruslan in L.A. this year. Ruslan has gone out there to say, yeah, bring it. It seems like he actually wants to fight now. How do you feel about a fight with Ruslan?
My mom, I don't give a fuck, shit. I don't give a crying corner's ass. Hey, line him up. Him, his mama, his daddy, his sisters, cousins, or whoever else want to fight. Just give us a proper amount of time to prepare for that fight, and we're going to take it. It don't make no difference. It don't make a difference because one thing about Terrence, he's versatile. He's not going to adapt to each style. That's what's in front of him. It might take a round, might take two, but he's going to adapt. Then that's when he's going to take over. So
you know what I think?
Go ahead.
No, would you say as long as the money's right?
As long as the money's right. Yeah, I'm not going to let Crawford go in there for no pennies and shit. Fuck that. It's about business. It's about business now. Everybody knows who the top 140 pound is. It's about business.
So he also said he'd like that fight to be made in L.A., and this is what I like about that. Y'all have already grown. Yeah, you guys have already grown Omaha. There's really not much more there to grow, because now we've even witnessed that they will travel to see Bud. So then you go to New York, which is graduation day for most fighters, and you headline at the Garden. Now he's saying, let's go to L.A., where we know they have a crazy Mexican fan base. They love boxing. Is that music to your ears that they're taking him across the country now?
No, not really. It's not, because it's not. Nothing against Top Rank or where they fight, where the fight gonna be at. As long as we make the fight happen. It could be at the goddamn local grocery store. That's all I care. Just make the fight happen. You know, all that talk about we're gonna take him here, we're gonna take him there. That's fine and dandy, but let's make the fight happen, and then we can talk about that later. You know what I'm saying? We don't get too riled up and too excited about anything, because at any time it can change. You know, they can even make the fight happen, but him not signing the contract is that's another thing. You know, so let's make the fight happen, and then talk to me afterwards and say how you like to go to L.A. I probably say it's fine, it's okay, it's cool. You know, say L.A. is fine. You know, not to diss nobody in L.A., nothing like that. I just don't get too excited about anything, because at any time shit can change.
Mhm. The other interesting thing that Bob Arum said this week is that he would love for Bud to fight the winner of Pacquiao Bradley. And people said, well, what if Bradley wins? Because Bud is so close with Tim Bradley. And Bob Arum said, well, I'll make him an offer that they can't refuse. So I want to get it from the horse's mouth. Could Bud ever fight Tim Bradley?
No. I don't give a care, because they are so tight, they're so close, they're real good friends. Not only do they just spar together, but they talk on a constant basis. You know, at least a couple times a week, at least. Mm-hmm. So I mean, that friendship has been developed, and I can't see it happening unless you throw $1 billion on the table. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, and you know, Bud doesn't seem the type to me that would just jump for money. But then again, you know, if Bob Arum did say, we'll give you $5 million to fight Tim Bradley, man, that's a lot of money.
I know it's a lot of money, but, I mean, where are you going to get $5 million from?
Pay-per-view?
I know he got it. I know he can get it, but do we really want to go out there and get $5 million just to make that fight happen, opposed to what they was trying to pay for Pacquiao? I don't think so. So.
Might be right. So when you guys got back from Omaha, you guys just live like normal people, right? I mean, Bud goes home, he's taking care of his kids, his woman, and it's back to everyday life.
Right. That's what we do. Right now, what we're doing right now is we're at the gym. They inside the gym. I'm sitting outside the gym, because if I was in the gym, y'all couldn't hear me because of the music. But we're working out. This is what we're doing. We're working out. Bud's working with the other cats that got fights coming up. We got the Omaha Golden Gloves coming up. Next week after that, we got got a couple pros about to fight. So he constantly working, constantly staying in boxing. Because, you know, we train so hard for that fight, and see how that fight went. That was an easy fight. So, I mean, he didn't take no damage. He didn't take no significant damage. He didn't get hurt, you know. And he just dominated the fight. And he wasn't even sore after the fight. So, he just come back home and go back to regular life.
Man, that was such a good time in New York. I want to thank you, before we let you go, for even allowing me, you know, to be around you guys that week, and, you know, getting to see behind the scenes and how tight your team is and how Omaha bands together. It was just a wonderful experience for me to see how humble everybody is, how fun you guys are. You guys are a breath of fresh air in boxing. And I wish you all the luck. Keep us posted on, fights coming up and what you got going on. And just want to thank you for calling in on Hotline Bling and for filling in all the listeners on what's going on with Bud.
Okay, now I got a couple questions for y'all.
Okay, let's go. Woo! Turning the tables.
Now, the first question is how many listeners do you guys got?
Thousands.
17 million.
1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, somewhere in that range?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the second thing, Miss Rosado, I did let you come around, but you acted so nervous. You was like nervous, like you seen Elvis or somebody.
Liar.
Oh my God.
You're such a liar. I always just try to really do a good job with whatever it is that I'm doing. And, you can be a little intimidating, BOMAC.
You need more people.
Who, me?
Yes.
Me be intimidating? No. I'm the nicest person that you're ever going to meet. And where was you at? What's your co-host name?
Jay.
Wow.
Jay. Where was you at?
I was in the wood. I was in the hood. I'm poor, so I was in the wood watching on TV. Actually, that night I was at a fight. I was at the Santa Cruz fight here in L.A., but, I'm poor. I had to stay my ass in the hood.
So will we see you guys at the next fight?
Well,
you make that fight in L.A., I'll be there all week.
Okay, now how can I get you guys to come to Omaha and do a live remote show? How can I do that?
Well, I've been to Omaha, as you know, but we should probably set something up where we come to the gym and do a show there. That would be a lot of fun. Actually, we're going to see you in Las Vegas, right, for the Bradley Pacquiao fight?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're gonna. Huh?
The last question I got for you guys.
Okay.
How much do I get paid for doing this interview?
You get paid lots of hugs
and tequila. We pay you in tequila.
I don't even drink. What are you talking about?
Yes,
but
you
thank
do.
You. Thank you. Did you ever see me? Did you ever see me do any drinking besides water? Everything was in that cup was clear. Thank you.
Yes.
You guys have a good day. I love y'all. Call me anytime y'all want me to come back on the show. All right.
All right. See you soon. We'll see you in a couple weeks in Vegas. Have a good one, BOMAC.
All right, Mom.
All right.
Hey, I'll do a show in Omaha. I like corn. I love corn. I love it. We just post up, get us a little booth, put it next to the gym. That'd be pretty fun.
They are truly one of a kind. Jay, you want to take a quick break, and we'll come back with more stuff with Virgil Hunter, and we'll talk a little bit more about Khan, and then we'll get into some trivia games and other good stuff?
Let's do it.
Are you looking for a website that has all the latest and upcoming boxing events, plus unique and stylish boxing shirts and hoodies for men and women? Go check out RagingBabe.com. It's your one-stop shop for the most current boxing info and fresh boxing apparel for him and her. Shop online today at RagingBabe.com. Use the promo code RB20 at checkout for 20% off your entire purchase today. That's code RB20 for 20% off your entire purchase today, only at RagingBabe.com. So join the movement and see why attitude and loyalty become passion and determination, only at RagingBabe.com.
Yes, Lord. We are back. The Morning Punch-In Show with RB and J, broadcasting live from Phoenix, from Inglewood, from more cities than an Instagram model's bio. We're here bringing you the boxing talk on an overtime edition of the Morning Punch-In Show, broadcasting on a Saturday morning for all the fight fans. A great day of boxing ahead of us. Before we got blinged on the hotline by BOMAC, we were talking about Virgil Hunter being in his bag at this Canelo press conference. The clip that I wanted to play for you guys, I got it loaded up now, and so I'm just going to play the clip, and Virgil's talking about Canelo's perceived punching power and Angulo and a whole bunch of stuff, and here it goes.
Who have you seen him wobble since Kirkland and before Kirkland? Nobody. He hit Angulo a dead man, and I know because I was in the corner, right? But Angulo didn't listen to me. I told him 2 months before they gave him the fight he was going to get the fight. Get up here, let's start working. He didn't do it. They gave him a 7-week notice. they, took a frog and fattened him up for a snake, right? I'm on TV, and I see him sitting there with Eric. I see him sitting there with Oscar, and I told Eric, you guys looking at him, you see he's fat. You calling the gym down there to see if he's in the gym. I know boxing, right? And I told him, they're calling the gym, man. They're letting you sit next to him and everything. Oh, how you doing, man? Boom, boom, boom. See? So and then they just stretched the date out as long as they could, right? So you had to kill yourself making weight. It was a fat farm camp. It wasn't a boxing camp. He had to take the weight out. He fainted the morning of the weigh-in. If I hadn't been in the bathroom, he'd have busted his head. It wouldn't have been a fight.
Virgil was so great at this press conference. Virgil always is pretty transparent and keep it real. But wow, I could have just sat there and talked to Virgil for like an hour. He had all kind of good stuff to share. I about lost it when he said if I wouldn't have been there, he would have busted his head. Wouldn't have been no fight.
Yeah. So and Gulo actually did look pretty deathly the day of the weigh-in, but I really dislike when trainers air out fighters after they leave them. It's just, to me, it's so unprofessional because trainers don't want that done to them. So when a fighter leaves, don't start trashing the guy, and the same goes the other way. Because what if Angulo came back to him one day and said, Virgil, I'm sorry, I want to rededicate myself, please take me back, I found the Lord Jesus Christ and all this stuff. What's Virgil going to say? No, get out my gym? No, Virgil would probably say, the nice man that he is, sure, Angulo, come back. So don't trash guys when they leave you because you never know when they come back. And you never know if you're going to really take them back or not.
These California trainers have had enough. It reminds me of Joel Diaz talking about Victor Ortiz at was like a media day fight he did with Bradley. I think it was for the Brandon Rios fight. I can't remember what fight it was, but we were in the gym, and he was just letting Victor Ortiz about how Vic didn't like being down there in the desert with them. And I don't know, maybe it's a California thing. They say California people are flaky, so I don't know. Maybe it's a California thing. Who knows? But, yeah, plenty. Watch the full interview on the Bad Culture channel. Virgil was he was pretty epic.
But before we get into deep thoughts with Chris Arreola, I just want to go over a couple of things that Khan said in the media today. Jay came up with this really cool segment on the Ruckus called Khan He Do It. And so here are just some things that Khan said this week in the media that are interesting, humorous, a little delusional. He indicated that Floyd Mayweather showed him the blueprint on how to beat Canelo. Yeah. He also said
if
that...
you're Floyd Mayweather, then yes.
He also said that he questions the legitimacy of Canelo's punching power, which that to me is kind of funny because Khan's been knocked out by 135-pounders, 140-pounders, so he's actually questioning Canelo's power at 154. Do we believe that? I don't know.
Well, we don't believe you. You need more people.
We don't believe you, Khan. Khan has been knocked out down there at every weight class he's been at. So,
he also said that he didn't ask for a rehydration clause because he wants to beat Canelo fair and square, and he doesn't want to give anybody any excuses, especially from Canelo, when he beats him. And he feels that his chin is going to improve at 155.
Sure.
You can't make
we don't believe you. You need more people.
Jay, take us into deep thoughts. We're done with Khan.
Well, I'm done with Khan. We'll just leave him be. Maybe we'll pick it up on a future segment. But here we go. Deep thoughts. As you've been listening for the past couple of shows, you know that we love our guy Chris Arreola, and we've asked him a series of questions pertaining to life, liberty, and happiness. So this week we asked Chris Arreola, in light of just fresh off of Super Tuesday, the presidential election getting into full swing. So we are asking Chris Arreola this week, who is he voting for, Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump? And here's what he had to say.
And now, deep thoughts. with Chris Ariola.
But I don't know who I'm going to be voting for. First of all, I got to find out who the final candidates, because that Bernie guy, that old motherfucker, that's crazy. He's pretty hip to the game, man, and everything that he says, like, it may sound stupid, but it makes sense. And I'm Mexican, and you all know I'm Mexican. About closing the borders and all that stuff, I'm with it. Okay, I'm with it. You want to say that? Fine. My dad just got deported. That's fine. I'm with it. I understand. My dad has been in this country for 30-something years, and in those 30 years, he had plenty of time to get his papers. He never took care of them. Now he's deported, and he's living in TJ. Whose fault is that? It's my father's fault. Do I agree on it? Hey, it's his dumbass fault. If you want to close the borders, I understand it. But if you want to call every Mexican or every immigrant or every minority a criminal or a rapist, that's fucking ignorant. That's so stupid. That makes you sound even dumb. And the fact that this guy makes so much money and he talks like that, he talks like he's from fucking down south. Like he fucking barely got out of 6th grade and he just needs that little southern twang and he fits right in the south. Get him a fucking Dukes of Hazzard flag car and shit. But in all honesty, I really need to know who's really left. And that being said, I love America. I love where I'm from, and I just want us to be like it was in the 80s. We were once the greatest country, and we all believe that as Americans. And now we don't even believe that we're the best country. And that's the way I want it to be again.
Just a good old boy. Chris says that Donald Trump need to get him a Dukes of Hazzard car. I need a Dukes of Hazzard drop. I'm going to get those Dukes. So, hey, words from Chris.
We got so much more with Chris, too. Jay, do we have anybody in the queue that we could play Know It or Blow It with? I'd like to try to give away some free RB gear this morning.
I think we do. Let's pick up this line for some Know It or Blow It. 347-803. You are on with the Morning Punch-In Show with RB and J. Who am I speaking to, and where are you calling? 347-803. 347-803 got some stage fright and hung up. So we will wait and see if they call back into the queue. Why don't we take a little quick break and like a very, very quick break, and we'll be back with some more Know It or Blow It.
The Morning Punch-In Show with RB and J, Fridays at 9 a.m. Pacific.
A very very quick break. While we are waiting for someone to be brave enough, we got our 347 back for Know It or Blow It. 347-803, you're on with the Morning Punch-In Show. Who am I talking to?
Hi, my name is David. How are you?
Hi, David.
Hi, David. Where are you calling from?
From the Bronx, New York.
Bronx.
What's up, Bronx? Bronx, stand
Boogie
up.
down. Boogie down, Bronx. Are you ready to play Know It or Blow It with us?
Definitely, yes.
All right, so I think you know the drill. We're going to give you 10 seconds, one shot. I'm going to repeat the question 2 times. So here we go. What is the main event fight tonight on Showtime? You have 10 seconds. What is the main event fight tonight on Showtime? Go.
Oh, geez. It's not that Ortiz guy, is it? The big guy? Heavyweights? I'm probably thinking UFC right now, so fortunately I don't really keep track of Showtime.
Oh. All right. Well, Luis Ortiz is actually fighting, and he is actually a boxer on HBO tonight, but the main event on Showtime is Julian Williams versus Marcelo Montano.
Got it. All right. Well, I'll watch. I'll look for your tweets in terms of the updates this evening. Then.
All right. Have a good day. Thanks for playing with us.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Damn. I thought we were going to do easy stuff tonight.
No, I don't know. Nobody wants to play Know It or Blow It and get it right. 347. I'm sorry, we could some stuff. Shoot.
We will probably try to pick up one more caller before the end of the show. So again, if you want to play Nowhere to Blow at Boxing Trivia, it's 718-508-9852. Press 1 so that we can see you on the switchboard and bring you on. The next one isn't that hard either. So anyway, with that being said, let's go into Jae Walking. Jay, you had a good time in L.A. this week.
Yes, I do. Probably a better time than I should. So this week on Jae Walking, I went out to the streets of Gardena. I took it out of Inglewood and went a little bit south to the fine city of Gardena. And I thought I'd trick the fans a little bit just to see who's paying attention and who's not. As we all know, Floyd Mayweather is retired. As we all know, Floyd spent the latter part of his career fighting at welterweight and at light middleweight for the Canelo Alvarez fight, but for all intents and purposes, welterweight. So I went to the streets and I asked people if Floyd should come out of retirement to fight against Wladimir Klitschko. Yes.
You're so wrong.
I know, but it was pretty fun stuff. Here we go.
Hey, guys, this is Jay with the Morning Punch-In Show, and I wanted to see how astute boxing fans really are. So I took to the streets and asked them if Floyd Mayweather should come out of retirement to fight Wladimir Klitschko. Yeah, I asked that. Here's what they had to say.
Who is Wladimir?
He's a professional fighter. He's from Russia. He's a heavyweight. What do you think?
I think he should. He needs to get his ass kicked.
Yes, he should. Since he thinks he's the best in the world, he has to defend his what he says.
Thank you.
No. And the reason why I would say that is just because, he's already proven everything to anybody. So the only reason why I would see him coming out of this is for money, which is a big motivator for him. But my opinion, no.
All right. Thanks, guys.
No problem.
Should Floyd Mayweather come out of retirement to fight Wladimir Klitschko?
Yes, he should.
And why is that?
Because we need the excitement in the sport. It's went dead since he's left.
All right, thank you. Hi, this is Jay out with the Morning Punch-In Show, and today we are asking people, should Floyd Mayweather come out of retirement to fight Wladimir Klitschko?
Fight who?
Wladimir Klitschko.
Isn't he a heavyweight?
Yes, he is.
Floyd's not heavyweight.
Thank you. You're the only person today to answer that correctly. Congratulations. You should.
God bless that one woman who actually called bullshit and said Floyd Mayweather should not fight him because Wladimir Klitschko is, in fact, a heavyweight. The one guy, I thought he got it when he said no. I gave him the ding-ding, but then he said, because he's proven everything. I'm like, oh, my God. Come on, people. Come on, L.A., do better. I'm going to call all of it L.A. It's all L.A. County. L.A., you making me look bad, man. They say L.A. fans don't be paying attention. You making me look bad out here, yo. Let's get it together, L.A. I'll be back out with another Jae Walking next week, and hopefully L.A. Maybe I need to go down to Orange County or something and find out what the hell is going on.
This has easily become my favorite segment. Right before prank. So with that being said, we got a really cool prank coming up for you guys. Jay, if we want to take a quick commercial break, and we'll come back with our prank.
Yes, we can, and this going to be a good one. So you're good.
When the mind is ready, the body prepares for war. So next time you engage in battle, protect your hands with the best. War Tape, the original branded tape. Order yours now at wartapebrand.com and see why the enemy will fear you. wartapebrand.com. We put hands on you.
All right, so you guys know that we've been pranking fighters left and right. Love the segment. And so yesterday, Julian Williams, he's fighting tonight on Showtime. He was in his room watching cooking shows, getting ready for his weigh-in, hungry, mad, the whole nine, and I knew exactly how to get Julian. So I pretty much called him up and said, hey, the weigh-in's been pushed back, and you have to hear his reaction. It was so much fun. Jay, you want to go ahead and just play the prank for everyone?
Yeah, let's get it going. Where is Julian? Oh, what happened to the desk here? We do have Julian's prank here. Oh, no. I might have to give myself the... I do have it here.
You're kidding.
No, I do have it here.
If you want to look for that, I can move on with some word on the curb before we.
Why don't you tease?
Play the
yeah,
prank?
Let's tease a little word on the curb. Let's do a little teaser for word on the curb.
All right. So let's hope that we can get that prank uploaded because it is so funny. I mean, Julian ends up cursing me out the whole nine. So anyway, a little word on the curb is, it was announced that Lou DiBella was the successful bidder with the $150K offer for the Jose Pedraza versus Stephen Smith title clash. And the word on the curb is that it is going to go down on April 16th. And I thought April 16th, is that going to be on the Spence Algieri card? Because that's already a stacked card. Well, no. It looks like that night we're going to have a ton of boxing. It looks like Algieri and Spence is going to be on NBC, and that Pedraza-Smith card is going to go to Showtime. How about that?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Lou DiBella is going to be really, really busy on April 16th. He's going to have to split up his whole crew, and some are going to be going to Foxwoods, and the other ones are going to be in Brooklyn. So Jose Pedraza, Stephen Smith, April 16th. The other little word on the curve is Rosado versus Kirkland. Here we go again. Hopefully third time is the charm. Word on the curve is they are really, really, really trying hard to get this fight finalized again. Everyone knows that the holdup is James Kirkland. Everyone knows that Golden Boy wants him to train with Ann Wolf. Kirkland's going to be Kirkland. He's going to do whatever the hell he wants. Nobody even knows if him and Ann are even on speaking terms at this point, but they are projecting, and they would love that fight to land on June 4th as the co-feature to Salido Vargas in LA.
Ooh, I like that. Here's the thing with that. Like you mentioned, they to get Kirkland with back with Ann Wolf. I've been low-key stalking Ann Wolf. Oh, let me be stalking. I'm not stalking her. Please, don't come looking for me. I've been watching her Facebook. I've been looking at her Facebook page, and she's off in England or something filming a movie. And I remember I had posted something on Bad Culture about her possibly doing a film with Nia Long. And, how realistic is it? I know Gabe is ready, but how realistic do you think that they'll even get Kirkland assigned on a dotted line?
I'm still really 50-50 about it, and hopefully, don't worry about it. Gabi's not listening to the show. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but Kirkland is just so inconsistent, and I don't trust him. Even when he does agree to a fight, he'll change his mind up like the weather. So, hopefully HBO buckles down. Hopefully Golden Boy buckles down and said, look, either you fight or you're out. Either you fight or we're done with you. Because at this point, what's Kirkland going to do? He hasn't fought since he fought Canelo.
Yes, you're absolutely right. And that ended badly, very, very badly, as we heard Virgil say and as we all witnessed. Great thing for Canelo, bad thing for Kirkland.
Yeah, so hopefully he'll get his shit together and the fight will happen. Some other word on the curb is, Andre Berto was ordered to fight Lamont Peterson, and he said, nah, I'm going to go in a different direction. And that direction is a Berto versus Ortiz rematch. Now, the first fight happened in 2011. Victor Ortiz won by unanimous decision, but it was actually a really fun fight. They both knocked each other down. They're both Looney Tunes. So is it a little late? I mean, we are in the year 2016. 5 years later, we're going to get the rematch. Is it overcooked? Maybe. But are we all going to love to watch this fight? Are we all going to love for the build-up and the press conference? Hell yeah. I think so.
Hell yeah.
Look, it's going to make for a fun fight. God forgive me. I always say that. God forgive me. They're both kind of damaged goods, mentally, physically. It's just going to make for an all-out, entertaining fight. They're both going to just go all out.
I know. I'm definitely going to watch it. I know that. I most definitely will watch it. And I don't know, Andre Berto has been pretty quiet these days. Has anybody even seen Victor Ortiz other than his court issue? I don't know. We'll see what happens.
All right. Last word on the curb I got for you guys is a little bit about Earl Spence. We had him on the Ruckus with us, Jay, on Wednesday night. And I said to him, God willing, you get past Chris Algieri, who are you going to call out? Who you want? And he said, I'd like the winner of Thurman Porter. I'd like, the winner of whoever Danny Garcia fights next. I'd like to fight Kell Brook. Well, here's the word on the curb, is that if he does beat Chris Algieri, the plan is for him to fight Kell Brook next. And so it's not rocket science why Charles Martin is going to London, to the UK, to fight Anthony Joshua. They want Kell Brook to come here and fight the young gunner in Earl Spence if and when he gets by Chris Algieri. So a little trade-off going on with Heyman and Eddie Hearn over there. I'll give you Charles Martin. We want Kell Brook for Spence this year.
That looks good. That's a great fight. That is a great fight.
Yep. So that's it for Word on the Curb. I think we got everything situated here with our pranks with Julian Williams. So, Jay, if you want to just go on ahead, everybody sit back, laugh, and enjoy our pranks. We got J-Rock so good. Go for it.
Yep.
Hey, how are you? Hey, I just got off the phone with Breadman. He wanted me to call you.
What do you want you to call me for? He got my number.
No, I understand that, but he's downstairs dealing with something because they pushed the weigh-in back till 7:30.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm not.
Why did they push it back? What do you want you to call me for?
What?
Why do you want you to call me?
Because he's down there dealing with some stuff. I don't know why it got pushed back or whatnot, but he was just like, just call Drew, let him know I'm down here dealing with some shit. So the other thing is, and I hate to be the burden of bad news, but you know how he has your shorts and your outfit?
Uh-huh.
So he took it to a place to get embroidered because they were going to put that patch on the back, and they messed up the trunks. So now Everlast is working on getting you a new pair of trunks for tomorrow night.
Wow.
And here's the issue, is that they already kind of had a pair in your size, but they were like Dallas Cowboy colors. And I was like, oh, my God. They were like blue and silver.
What I could do is, though, I could have an hour away from my house. Just rob it home. Somebody got to rob it home. Somebody got to rob it home and give me an outfit. I got tons of outfits.
All right. All right. You going to be okay with the weigh-in being pushed back? Was it good being pushed back?
I mean, I ain't got no choice.
Well, maybe you should stop watching the cooking shows.
I know, right? Oh, my fucking God. No, them boys fucking, they weigh-in was done at 1 o'clock.
I think it's a Pennsylvania thing because the commission in Pennsylvania, that's how they work. I mean, look at the weigh-ins in Philly. They're always, like, mad late.
That's stupid, man.
It is. But anyway, look, before I let you go, good luck. You've just been pranked by the Morning Punching Show with RB and J.
Oh, stop playing around, man. I'm over here mad as fuck. And I'm like, why the hell would he go take it to the embroidery and he could just iron that patch on? Man, I'm over here all hungry. I was about to call somebody and curse somebody the fuck out.
We love you. Good luck tomorrow night, okay?
I wanted to yell, but I don't got the energy to yell. The fuck, man.
All right, J-Rock, make sure you handle your business tomorrow night.
So you was lying about everything?
Yes, your trunk
all right,
is good.
man, well, give me a heart attack.
All right, before I let you
go. A lot of time. What's up, this J-Rock? I just got pranked by RB and J.
You are now listening to the Morning Punching Show with RB and J.
Yeah, that boy was ready to eat. He wasn't having it.
Oh, man. I don't know what got into me. I was just like, I'm going to just call J-Rock. It was so perfect. He was, like, cursing me out. I hear an echo.
Let me
Is that me or you, Jay?
There, is that better?
All right.
Echo?
Yeah.
If you're listening on the show, tweet me if you can hear an echo.
Yeah, I could hear myself. Let's see, Jay. Do we want to try to play Know It or Blow It?
Let's play Know It or Blow. We've got somebody in the queue from the 402 that is not BOMAC, so let's pick them up. 402-201, you are on with the Morning Punch-In Show. Who am I speaking to, and where are you calling from?
My name is James Johnson. And I hear an echo.
Oh, okay. Do you have it on your car by any chance?
Say what?
I thought maybe you had us on speakerphone.
No, I hear doubles. No, I hear doubles though.
Oh. Let's see. Is that any better? Any better for the echo?
Yeah, that is.
Okay, cool.
But it's like a 2-second delay. Like when I talk, I can hear it like 2 seconds.
I'm not
it
sure.
Might
I
just
hear
be
the
me.
echo on my end, but so we'll continue on. We'll try to get through it the best we can.
All right. Let's see. Let's try to play Know It or Blow It. Jay, I don't know if you have the question in front of you. You could run with it. I'll call back in.
Okay, great. Let me pull up a question. You ready to play some Know It or Blow It with us this morning?
Yeah.
All right. Today's question is... Hello? Did I lose everyone?
No, I'm here.
Okay. Today's question is, name heavyweight Charles Martin's fight name. You have 10 seconds. Are you ready? Name Charles Martin's fight name. Ready and go.
I don't know. I really don't know.
Red. Look, let's give him another chance, Jay, because I had a couple other ones here. Let's give him another. Not many people know Prince Charles Martin's fight name, but his fight name is Prince.
I could have guessed that.
All right, let's give him 10 more seconds on the clock. The question
I knew I was gonna lose though. Like I knew it.
We'll give you one more shot. We're gonna give you one more shot. 10 seconds on the clock. Who is the co-feature tonight on the HBO card?
The co-feature? I don't know which one is the main event. I don't know which one is the main event. The Jesse Vargas, Saddam Ali.
You got it.
I can't wait for that fight.
Who are you picking in that fight?
Ooh, that's a tough fight. I don't know. I'm leaning toward Saddam Ali. But Jesse has tougher competition. He can use his experience. But either way, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be one of those close fights.
All right. Well, look, I'm going to connect with you off of here and get your address, and we'll send you a shirt.
Thank you, Ivy. Hey, nice to talk to you after all these years, Jeandra.
What's up, Red? You guys are too busy. You guys are too Hollywood for me, so I got to catch you when I can.
I'm never too busy for y'all. Never.
Oh, that's dope. All right, well, we're going to make sure we get you some stuff out. All right, Red, take care. We're going to talk to you some more offline.
All right.
All right, before we end the show, my sincerest apologies for the echo. I'm not sure what's happening with the Blog Talk platform. I can't hear the echo, but apparently all of you can hear the echo, so I am so sorry. I keep refreshing our controls, trying to make it a little bit better. So I'm just going to run through the fight schedule for the weekend real quick, and we're going to get out of here and save your ears. Of course, today is March 5th. We got a lot of boxing going on tonight on HBO. Luis Ortiz versus Tony Thompson. For some heavyweight action, Saddam Ali versus Jesse Vargas for the vacant WBO welterweight title. Robinson Castellanos versus Oscar Escandón for the vacant WBC interim featherweight title, all on HBO tonight. On Showtime, Julian Jae Williams versus Marcelo Matan for 12 rounds. He wins fight. He becomes the IBF junior middleweight eliminator to one of the Charlos. So luck to Julian Williams. Also on that card, Antoine Douglas versus Avtandil Kurtzide, and Tony Harrison versus Fernando Guerrero is also on that card. From Russia on AWE, Ruslan Chagaya versus Lucas Brown for the WBA regular heavyweight title. So if you are an internet watcher, you can watch on that. On BN Sports Espanol, Antonio Margarito makes his return to the ring tonight. No word back from Miguel Cotto if you want to get some mofongo and sofrito and watch the fight with me. So I guess I'll be watching it alone. Antonio Margarito versus Jorge Paez Jr. from Mexico City. Also in the card, Cesar Juarez versus Giovanni Delgado. So if you're watching BN Sports Espanol, you can catch it there. Got some fights happening in Czech Republic. Robert Stieglitz versus Ricardo Marcelo. London got fights going on tonight. Birmingham, England got fights tonight. None of these are being aired unless you are across the pond. Thomas Mason versus Angel Moreno from France. And in Huntington, New York, if you're in the area of Huntington and you can get up there, Cletus Seldon versus Orlando Vasquez. 10 rounds of junior welterweight action. So that is a quick run-through of this evening's fights. And we hope you tune in and enjoy them and support these gentlemen. So with that, I've lost the rest of the console because of technical difficulties. So I want to thank BOMAC for calling in, thank Red, thank our callers. For myself and my beautiful, intelligent, and savvy co-host, RB, that is another episode of the Morning Punchin' Show. We hope you'll tune in with us every week. We'll be back on Friday at our normal time. Make sure you tune in on Wednesday for the Ruckus. We'll be back this Wednesday at 7 p.m. Keep visiting the Raging Babe, RagingBabe.com. Keep visiting BadCulture.net. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's always a pleasure, and we are out of here.
You're listening to the Morning Punchin' Show with RB and J, live and direct from more cities than an Instagram model's bio. Get ready for some boxing talk on the clock. Let's face it, you're not working and somebody's got to pay for the Wi-Fi.
At National University, you don't just get a degree in nursing, you get a degree in
helping save my dad's life.
Fixing boo-boos.
Code blue, room 305.
Staying calm when I can't.
Bringing my daughter into this world safely.
We know it's not just the degree, it's the degree to which you use it. Help people when they need it most with our RN to BSN completion program. Learn more at nu.edu. National University, for the greater.